When Calls the Heart's historic 100th episode aired and two very important visitors made a comeback to Hope Valley. Elizabeth's sister Julie and Aunt Agatha paid her a visit in Hope Springs when they made a proposition that made her and Lucas unsure of their future. Additionally, we gained a little more understanding of Faith and Nathan's situation and the reasons why their dynamic has changed so drastically. When Calls the Heart's episode from August 6 centers largely around Julie and Agatha's trip to Hope Valley. They came to assist Elizabeth plan her wedding and to see little Jack. They are secretly trying to persuade Elizabeth to return to Hamilton. It doesn't take Julie long to reveal the true reason for their visit. The mother of Elizabeth desires for her daughter to wed in Hamilton. She's reserved the church too. Mama Thatcher believes that Elizabeth and Lucas will abandon their frontier adventure after experiencing life in a major city. To sweeten the deal, Lucas will have a job at Elizabeth's father's business if he wants one. To put it gently, Elizabeth isn't happy with her relatives being involved. She rants to Rosemary. You would think after all these years they would understand this is where I belong. They are treating me as if I am a young child who is unsure of her wants. Elizabeth is certain that Hope Valley is where she belongs. But does Lucas share your sentiments? She believes they have the same viewpoint. She then begins to worry, though, that the job offer might attract him. While playing poker with Agatha, Lucas maintains composure and even lets her win in an effort to earn her favor. Despite holding 4 aces, he folds. It seemed at first that he may be contemplating the officer seriously. After all, Hope Valley is a tiny town, and he is talented and ambitious. However, there is really no actual question. While he and Elizabeth are excited to travel to Hamilton, he makes it obvious that their home is in Hope Valley. We learned a little bit about what happened between Faith and Nathan between seasons in the When Calls the Heart Season 10 premiere. But it's unclear what exactly is going on between them. In this episode, they have a contentious discussion that neither they nor the viewers feel resolves anything. When she runs into him at the bar, she adds, "We haven't talked since." She continues by saying that avoiding problems has never been helpful. Since she ended things, according to Nathan, he is not avoiding her. "Just so everyone knows, I didn't finish anything. Since there was nothing to conclude," responds Faith. "That's not true," responds Nathan. At the conclusion of Season 9, Faith was reportedly feeling something for Nathan. However, she believed that since she was his doctor and he was a patient, she was unable to take any action. It sounds like something amorous occurred, or was about to occur, between them based on their talk. But Faith might have stopped it, possibly giving Nathan a little ego bump in the process. Later in this episode, when Faith is approached by the least dangerous bandit in the world, things between them become even more awkward. Faith wasn't in any real danger, but Mountie Nathan still shows up to save the day. However, the circumstance does give the Hope Valley doctor the chance to practically fall into Nathan's arms when she falls from her wagon. Later, as everyone is having a picnic by the hot springs, Florence makes an overt arrangement to bring Nathan along with her on her future trips out of town, ensuring that they will have more one-on-one time. Hickam, played by Ben Rosenbaum, is poor. When Florence swooped in, he was about to volunteer his own services as Faith's escort. Mai doesn't appear really excited about the concept either. There were also some updates in Hope Springs regarding Henry Gowans, Martin Cummins' ongoing court battle. For blowing up the mine at the conclusion of Season 9, he might spend 6 years in prison. Bill, Jack Wagner, believes that if the judge recognizes that Henry was acting out of a sincere concern for people's safety, the charges will be dropped or reduced. Henry, though, isn't making his task any simpler. He doesn't attend meetings and is thoroughly examined by the judge during his pre-trial hearing. When Henry eventually responds to the judge's request for his plea, he shockingly enters a guilty plea. Currently, Henry has earned everyone's forgiveness in town for his part in the fatal mine collapse from Season 1. Everyone, save from Henry, that is. He's not going to defend these most recent accusations because of his ongoing guilt over that catastrophe. He appears to be prepared to take all steps necessary to expedite the process because he feels that he deserves to spend his life in prison. Jack has liked keeping the hot springs to himself, so the idea of making them a tourist destination is not appealing to him. But at least he seems to be in better health this episode because to his regular swims in the pool. He's wonderfully vivacious. Lee secures a significant contract for the mill thanks to Rosemary's astute intervention. The town's economic woes are having an impact on both the cafe and the general store. Let's hope Minnie, Ned, and Florence can balance the books.